Good morning.
Good morning, KD.
Good morning. Hi, Vishwa. Hi, Vijay. Hi, Veera.
Morning, KD.
Hey, Mayank. Hi, Venkat. Raghu, Malin, Mr. Santosh.
Good morning, KD.
All good. Shall we just wait for 2 minutes and just no, let's get started. So let everybody join. Okay, let's jump to the topic directly. So today we have something very important to be covered. So I'm sharing the screen. Just give me a minute. So we are on the storage topic, and we were having conversations about managed disk, unmanaged disk, already completed. We also had a conversation about queue. Normally, what queue would be for storing messages, and we also had conversation about files. Conversation I think we still did not do, if I'm not wrong, because we are yet to finish the files. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Blobs I'm about to start, but files did we do or not? My mind.
Not at KD.
So out of all the total storage topics are, one is disks. Again, could it be nowadays everybody is using managed disks only? Right. There's no unmanaged, but it's a managed and unmanaged we have. Okay, then
queues.
Then we have normally we have
files.
4 blobs.
Files. Queue, files, queues, tables. Tables.
So in that, sir, we almost, if you look at this list, we already completed disk management. We already completed queues. I think I also showed you a table. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not.
No. Okay, then wait, sir. Then let's complete quickly today files and tables. Blobs we will start if time, because these two are not at all for us, technically speaking, not at all for us. So give me a minute, please. Done. So let's go in this order, sir. Quickly, I'll create some files and you tell me how I'm using, how you like to use it. Okay, wait, sir. Let me show you. Storage accounts. Kerry, I don't have any storage accounts right now. This was for a different purpose that I created. Okay, now let's create a new storage account quickly. Standard one. I'll quickly go ahead and select my subscription. I'll create a new resource group, KD-AAD2-RG, our group name. Done. So now, KD standard, or I can just say KD storage STD, standard storage. Done. And then in this, I'll select South India, the region. For free subscription, South India is not there, so you have to pick something else. I'm sure you all are doing, you have to do the same. And so standard is what you pick. LRS is what I'm selecting to save the cost. Done. And rest all options you can just blindly move on, sir. TLS pick version 1.0, lowest TLS. Other than that, we are absolutely good. The remaining options I'm not even touching, just directly going ahead for review and create. So I have a storage account now. It's loading. Done. Almost. Yeah, ready, sir? Storage account got instantaneously ready. Now, in the storage account, what we have to do is create a, as per our discussion now, files. Files is what we are trying to do. I'll go and create a file. It's a small help I want from all of you. If any of you are using personal PC, not office PC, personal PC, I will ask you to do something. Can you please try it in your system now? First, let me explain the concepts, and then I would love to you to do that once. Huh? So now, first of all, what is a file share? As the name says, a file share, sharing a folder or file. So leave this concept for some time. Look at this. I have my local PC, for example, C drive. Okay, I'm creating a. Let's say I have the VMs folder. Right click on the folder, go to properties, go to sharing. Sharing a folder. For example, you, me, all of us are in the same house, example, and in the same network, connected to same Wi-Fi, for example. If I share this, do advanced sharing, sir, and if I say share this folder and give permissions to everyone, full control, and then apply and okay. Now this is the shared path. Shared path. I have shared this folder, sir. If I share this path with all of you and say, hey, because all of you are in my house right now, okay? If I say, hey guys, please use this, or maybe, sir, if not computer name, I may use an IP. 10 dot, my IP, sir. Let me see what is my IP. 192.168.5.94. Okay, this is my IP. So I'll share this IP with you. So this is the network of my house. Assuming you're also in my house, this is the shared folder. So I can open this shared folder from anywhere, sir, and it opens up. And 1 minute, please. Sir, this is a VMs folder, right? VMs folder. Assuming that anybody of you was in my house, this folder would have opened for all of you. Now, what do I keep in this folder, sir? I will keep some files in this folder. I will keep some media, software, images, videos, documents, whatever you like, right? So you can dump anything that specifically you like. So file share. Now this is in my laptop, right? Same thing. What if you create a file share in the cloud? A shared folder like thing in a cloud. That's nothing but file share. Read it, sir. I want you to read this once. Take advantage of fully managed file shares in the cloud that are accessible via standard SMB. I'll talk what is SMB and NFS protocols. Okay. So what Microsoft is saying that, hey, we will keep, yeah. So again, these are different file share servers they have. Meaning whatever you keep in a file share will be stored here in these kind of locations. Got it? They are kept in servers somewhere. Whatever documents you copy, you can share with others. So now what I'm going to do is same thing I'm going to do. Create a file share and I will call it as media. Just watch it, sir. I'll call this as media. Media means obviously I'm going to put some software here. I'm going to put some software here, media. And so there are different things here. If you can see the tire, you can pick the tire, sir. Hot tire, cold tire. I still did not explain about hot tire and cold tire to any of us. We did not discuss it. I said I'll talk to you later. So any storage account that you create, any storage account that you create. Do I have a storage account now ready? This one? Yes, sir. What do you see account kind here? Here on the screen, account kind. So I did nothing, sir. I went into storage accounts. In storage account, I have the one which starts with KD. You might have not that many when you open. You have to go to KD storage account. I opened a storage account. After opening storage account, on the right hand side, near you see account kind option. It is mentioning what? Storage V2 version 2. It's also called as general purpose V2. By the way, so just a small story behind it. It is called as account kind, sir. Storage account kind Azure. 2 minutes. Yeah, see, look at this one, sir. General purpose V2 is one type of storage. General purpose V1 was also there. So V2 came, I can't say recently, but it's been a while. But sir, earlier, nowadays, by the way, nowadays anybody creates a new storage account. So you tell me, when creating storage account option, did you see V1, V2 option anywhere? You only check, sir. I mean, I'm not saying anything. You only verify. Did you see anywhere general purpose V2, general purpose V1 option? No. Nowadays, they have defaulted and said that, hey, everyone, if you are creating a storage account, you will use dash. General purpose V2 only. There is no V1 option. Earlier, we had V1 option. So, KD, what is difference between general purpose V2 and general purpose V1? The only difference is, the main difference is, you get tires, T-I-E-R, tire. Meaning, when you are storing for example, we are creating what now? Under storage accounts, we are creating a file share, right? Just now, our plan is what? Creating a file share. When you are creating a file share and giving a name called media, it is asking you, it's giving a tire option. It is saying, hey, I'll give you 2 tires, hot tire and cold tire. Hot tire and cold tire. So, hot tire represents, I'm keeping my data in a hot area, meaning which is fastly accessible in an SSD, or it's SSD or HDD, whatever you select, sir. But I'm keeping my data in a hot area, meaning which you frequently access. So in every household, your bike keys, or see, there are some things that you frequently touch, some things which you don't touch much. So keys and all, we normally keep in a hot area, accessible area. The one that you frequently use. The ones that you don't use, you keep inside the cupboards. Very rarely that you use. So same thing, right? I mean, do you agree with me? So hot area and cold area. So with help of general purpose V2 version 2, this feature was introduced. Earlier, sir, general purpose V1, there was no option like that. Whatever you store goes into hot area. You'll be charged accordingly. That's it. Now they said, hey, latest data, which you frequently touch, keep it in hot area. The data that you don't touch much, keep it in cold area. Which you don't use much, cold area. So there are conditions. For hot and cold areas, there are conditions. I'll talk about the conditions, 2 minutes. So, but my question to all of you is that, so how many of you are married here? Okay, to all the married people.
Only once.
Correct, sir. Nice. Thank you. Glad to know. So, and my question is, so when were you married? When was, I mean, how many years has it been? Quickly. Whoever are married, you can talk.
Not beyond 1 year.
1 year. Very recent.
5 years.
5 years.
10 years.
10 years.
I think 2014. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Sir. You think 2014 got, so your wife is not around. You got it. Okay. Done.
Even she is not here.
Okay, that's why I said.
Good thing.
So done. So 2014 means 620, and you know it's 8 years. Okay, done.
Yearly 2 years. 2 years going to happen.
2
years.
Okay. So now, okay. Am I the senior of all? 50. Veera, how much you said?
10.
Okay, then I am the senior, sir. Okay. My question to all of you is one simple question. When was the last time you saw your marriage pictures? And be frank. Be frank. It's okay. This question doesn't apply for you. 200% doesn't apply for you. Definitely a year or a few months back you would have seen, sir. You are discarded from this question.
Around 6 years back.
6 years back, Venkat.
1 year.
Veera Swami, 1 year back. Any specific reason 1 year back after 10 years?
Generally, I'll serve some of the bits which are haunting me. So let
Okay. Done. And Nalin didn't answer the question yet. When was the last time it was seen?
Not remember, KD.
Okay. So now, so the reason I'm asking this question is, so I don't know. I don't. Do we have a habit of doing it yearly once? Sitting together, watching that pictures once. No, and haunting pictures, I understand, Veera, but still, going back and looking at that old memories and keeping it fresh. So good practice, especially on a marriage day. Think about it. If you want to do it and if you want to be more romantic, you can. But jokes apart, sir, on a serious note. So now you decided how frequently you check those pictures, right? If you don't check them frequently, there are 3 areas actually, sir. Hot area, cold area. There's one more area called archival area. But 1 minute, sir. For file share, it is not showing up. Got it? Hot area, cold area, archival area. There are different areas. When you store files in Azure, 3 tiers are there: hot tier, cold tier, and archival tier. So we'll talk about that, sir. But we'll talk. If we do that discussion better in blobs, will be nice. In blobs, we will discuss. So right now, I'm holding that discussion. Is that okay for everyone? In blobs, we will talk. That's the best. Blobs is the best place to talk about hot, cold, and archival tiers. So yeah, file share also you have. So I'll do one thing, sir. I can pick hot also. I can pick cold also, but we will discuss later. Cool or cold. Transaction optimized means, sir, enable transaction heavy workloads that don't need premium level latency. By the way, premium is not applicable for me because I selected what? HDD. If I select premium SSD, I would have got premium option also. This was not there earlier, recently introduced premium file shares. Previously, we had only these options. So anyways, it is standard HDD. So I have not selected premium. So if you select premium storage account, this option will be activated. Okay, good. So then what is transaction optimized, sir? See, you don't want that premium faster performance, but you want to access quickly whenever you want. When you want to access something, sir, you want it quickly. So go for transaction optimized. How much is IOPS you're getting here? 1000 IOPS. And egress, ingress is nothing but, we'll talk again. Say egress, ingress, but you put date. Okay, egress is nothing but if you put cursor on it, it will be clear. This is the maximum outbound bandwidth this file share can support. Outbound, sir, meaning if I'm copying a file from it, outbound bandwidth, how much it can support, and ingress is nothing but how much maximum inbound bandwidth. When you're copying a file, for example, Mayank, you're also copying a file. I am also copying a file, all of us, sir. But all of us together, 60 MB per second. So Mayank is copying a file, KD is copying a file, 30. Mayank is copying a file, KD is copying a file, Kiran is copying a file, 20. Mayank is copying, KD is copying, Kiran is copying, Rafi is copying, 15. So like that, so you can't cross the 60 MB per second limit throughput. So, and then the maximum space is 5 terabyte for this one file share you are creating. Large file option is disabled. You can enable it if you want, meaning even bigger files you can upload. So 5 TB is not the highest limit, sir, but you can put bigger ones also. But anyways, keep all this aside. Shall I create this now just to show the demo? So you understand what's a file share, right? Now 1 minute, sir. Go to hot area. When you pick hot area, nothing is changing. All options are same. When you go for cold area,
Nothing
is changing, sir. But
there's something on the below.
Yeah, so there are some things that are there mentioned here, but we will talk about that. So as of now, I'm keeping transaction optimized. Click OK, click create. So file share is ready. So now what I'm going to do is I will give you all these links, something. I'll give you a small command you need to run in your system. I'm requesting all of you run it in your system only if it's a personal PC. If it's office PC, there will be a firewall restriction. It will not work. Okay, just give me 1 minute, sir. Just a second. So done. If you can see, let's move on. I'm going to upload some files quickly. As I said, media, right? So let me upload some software itself, small softwares if there are any. I should be having some softwares here. Oh, I have big ones. They are not small in size.
It should be in downloads folder that
I
we had
do.
downloaded that
I
Explorer.
do. Yeah, exactly. Storage. Yeah, MSI file I'll upload. So whatever is there here, right? Management Studio I'll upload. Fixing is there. Yeah. So some softwares I'm uploading here. Okay, 677 MB, 1 MB done. So now, can I share the file share with you? Now you can, so it can be media, you can be photos, documents, whatever you want to keep. But normally, why file shares are used, we will discuss later. But first, let me give you this. So can I share this link with you all now? So file share is created, files are present in it, fine. Now you all want to download, you can also download.
Yes, KD.
If I go to properties, this is the file share path. I'm copying this path. I'm putting it in the group chat, Zoom chat, or also I'll keep it in WhatsApp if you want. Can you please try that, sir? Try to open that. I mean, open a browser and try to open that link like this. See what happens. It doesn't work. If you want to try, you can also try.
It doesn't work. I'm meeting the same here.
100%. So, I mean, it's a link. It's a link, no doubt. But, sir, it's not a link that you can access directly like this. Doesn't work. Okay? Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Now, so then what's the process of accessing this file share? Open the file share, click on connect. So if you're using a Windows machine, Linux machine, Mac machine, I'm assuming all of you are using Windows machines. So just scroll down, click on show script. I'll do it again, sir, if you have not seen it. I clicked on connect here. And I selected Windows option and said storage key, show script. It'll give us a script. This script you need to run in PowerShell. So start, type PowerShell ISC, PowerShell ISC, run as administrator. So I'm running in my office laptop. So I don't think it will allow me to do this. Just showing you, it will stop me. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm running this script. So whatever script I have got as is, I'm running. Watch this one. It will not work. It will throw an errors. Now, same script I'm putting to all of you in the Zoom chat. If you want to use it and run it in your system, sir, please do. I've copied the script. For me, it failed. Did you notice? It failed, sir. Because of my restrictions, firewall restrictions. Now, so I have a thought. I have an idea. Same one. I have an Azure virtual machine, sir, which is running in my system. I have a virtual machine, any virtual machine. Okay. I'll go to, let's say, this is a virtual machine that I have. So everyone, inside the VM, I'll run this. There it will work because my firewall is open. Start firewall, PowerShell ISC, run as administrator. And for anybody, if it is working, let me know. So I opened PowerShell ISC. It's opening. Just a second. Please have patience. Yeah, there you go, sir. I put the script here. I copy pasted the script. Yeah, here it is. 1, 2, 3, go. I ran it.
KD, same error for me.
Same error. That means it should be a firewall restriction in your system. You have to open up your file. So anybody getting same error, it's a firewall restriction. So firewall is stopping you. If you see now, look at this. Same command, right? From my laptop. Now I'm running where in Azure virtual machine. See, it runs without any problem. For anyone, is it working, sir? Do you want to try once? It takes a little time, no doubt. For anyone, if it is working, please let us know. Please let me know. So that's also nothing great about file share. See, keep some documents or whatever you want. Anything that you're, yeah, look at this. It's almost done. Yeah, see, sir, credential added successfully, completed, 5 terabyte space, 5 terabyte space, used is 0.67. In my computer, it added as a drive letter Z. So go to my computer. If I go to my computer, so this PC, then you will see a drive letter Z mapped here. If I can go into it, I can see whatever files I have uploaded in the file share. Any questions anybody have?
Could you please send once again the scripting things?
Shall I? Okay, one
Yeah.
minute. Zoom chat, or shall I put it in WhatsApp chat?
Yes, Zoom chat also.
I did just now.
Today, I think we have blocked the 445 14 hour. I think.
Local.
Semantic is getting.
So, sir, anyone, a 445 port, it actually this works on 445 port. Because my 445 port is blocked because of my laptop restrictions, it's not working. In your laptop also, if you open 445 port, it will work. Anybody it worked, sir, by any chance? For anyone, did it work? Are you able to see the files? Just you need to run that command in PowerShell script and in PowerShell ISC, execute it, and then you are good to go. So, I've already done it. So you are seeing, right? These are the files. In Azure Virtual Machine, I opened up all the firewall. That's why it's working.
So, KD, it is connected via token ID, whatever it is generated via the script, and it gets
It uses access key.
Yeah, some encrypted numerical digits.
Everyone, any questions, sir? No. Hey, that's all about.
I'm getting some missing closing statement block.
Oh, maybe that's not fully supported in the chat. Let me put it in 1 second. Sir. One second. Huh? Let me do it right away. I put the text in WhatsApp chat. Can you see from there?
Yeah.
So creating one quick query, like we are running this PowerShell script to map the file share into our machine. Okay, now say once it is unmapped from our machine, that Z drive. So do we need to run that script again to map it, or is there any easiest way where we can?
Permanent mounts we can do, but again, it is what I have done now is temporary mount. You're right. If I restart my machine, that mount will go away. Or during startup time, we can mount. We can run a script that not permanently, but it automatically every time mounts it. That's the only option we have. Because it is not a permanent disk. You're adding it from somewhere and mounting it, so it has to be mounted every time.
Okay, so one another query is, say for example, when we are talking about a cloud storage.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think you heard what Veera said, right? So everyone else, what Veera is saying is that this is temporary mount. What we have done. If I restart my system, trust me, that mount will go away because you ran the script. That's all. So what we can do, we can put that in that PowerShell script, right? Startup time. Whenever computer starts, startup time, we can put that PowerShell script so it gets auto mounted every time. And whenever, even if it restarts also, it will remain auto mounted. Shut down again, when you start again, it will auto mount. So the mount will not be going away, but definitely mounts are temporary only. They are not permanent mounts. So that's what Veera is telling everyone. Yeah, Veera, next one.
One more query is, when we talk about this cloud storage and file sharing, obviously it will be in, the huge number of files will be shared with be it to the organizations or be it to the users. So when we are trying to share this one, obviously it will take huge amount of time. And when we run this script at the initial booting process also, will there be, delay in booting the server or something like that?
Because server restarts are not done frequently, and it's very rare reboot. So in that case, it's still that minimal time to mount is okay. Considerable.
Okay.
But first of all, file share requirements are very rare. because actual things are next. We are going to talk about blobs and file share is just a one concept available in cloud. If somebody wants a file share, we will create. By the way, see, our job is creating file share and giving it to them. Now, how they use it, it's their choice. So you even yes, manage disk, unmanaged disk is completely our responsibility. We will handle it. I'm talking about file share. Yesterday on Friday we talked about queue also, right? Queue is also something we create and give them. How they want to use them, let them use. And last but not the least is blob, which we have to cover. So answer is that, yeah, and I agree. Booting time, it can take a little more time than normal.
After if Windows servers after reboot can be connected as a service, right? If you want, we can create as a service after booting process.
You mean to
After
say permanent mounting?
Yeah.
After booting also you can do, during startup also you can do. It's your choice, sir. Absolutely, why not? Yeah, after booting PostScript also we can do. Correct. Or you can schedule as a job and run it whenever at specific time. So it's completely how we want to do is absolutely to the choice of the people.
While booting process, if anything is hang, so we have to dig each and everything right.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You want to do it later also is fine. It's completely your choice. Okay, now, so but leaving all that aside, just one direct question to all of you. You understood the purpose of file share, right? You want to share something within your network scope, within your organization, within application teams and all. It can be media, it can be software, or it can be documents, it can be anything. You can use file share purpose for sharing. Other than that, there's nothing great in this concept. Not to waste time, we can move on.
Yeah, KD, yeah, actually I got an error like TCP to warning TCP connect.
So we have to enable 443 port on your system. So for
Yeah, I
example,
just disabled the firewall. Okay, completely. I mean, it will be allowed all the ports. Still I'm getting, but it's saying some 20.
you need to restart. You need to restart your system. Did you?
Okay. So it doesn't matter, right? Whether it will be a VPN connectivity or because it's saying some LAN IP means Azure private IP, right? So VM private IP. So is that because of, or I'm not sure. But here showing Azure S2 SVPN something there in the down.
No. So if you look at this, right? One thing, let me show you. Irrespective of your VPN and okay, where is the script? I closed it or I kept it? 1 minute, sir.
No, there is a script. What is open?
See if you can see, right? If you look at the script, right?
Yeah.
I think you are referring to the last message, right? Unable to reach via port 45 port. Okay. Check to make sure your port is not blocked or use VPN, correct? That's what you're referring to, right?
That one.
Or use VPN express route to SMB channel over a traffic to different port. So this you can ignore, sir, because they are saying use a different port, if not 443. But normally file share works on 445 port.
Yeah.
So I mean, this sentence can be ignored. No worries. It will work, sir. It must work unless and until your 445 port is not blocked. It must work. If you though you disable the firewall, I think you have to restart the machine once, then it will work. Rather than disabling, right, sir, you can probably, you would have done this, right? wf.msc, Windows firewall.msc in Windows and go to inbound rules or outbound rules, or maybe both rules, and enable the specific port new rule and go for a port option and enable 445 port accordingly. That's all. This would have been easier, sir, rather than stopping the entire firewall. Inbound, outbound. Hit next, allow, next, and say inbound 445. Okay, sir. Click on finish and then go to outbound rules also. Same thing. New rule, port, next, 445. Next, allow, next, outbound 445. This would have been easier. Sorry, I'm deleting both, but this would have been easier.
Yes.
Rather than completely disabling firewall. Done. Okay, sir. Done. But we'll talk about guys. I mean, 1 minute, sir. We'll talk about firewall later. Wantedly, I just showed Santosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Done. So file share completed. If you go back to the notepad once. File shares you can create locally also, sir. Everyone. File shares, you can create local laptop servers also, but we are talking about cloud file share, which we already have covered. Our job max to max is creating, deciding hot area, cold area. Throughput, sir, that throughput IOPS will remain same. 1000 IOPS, 60 MB per second is the throughput for file share. That's it. You will not get super performance in file shares. They will be slow.
It may be higher on the premium, right? Little bit.
Premium would be higher, but normally standard storage and all, because you're using SMB shares, sir, they will be not fast. They'll be slow itself. 60 MB per second is slow only, right, sir? It's not fast. Hey, I hope you saw this calculation we did, right? Pen drives give 60 MB per second. So it's not fast. Don't call it fast. It's not fast. So file shares are like for copying something which is not so crucial. You can use them for copying process. Okay, done. So next one, sir. Table is also not our headache. Blobs, I'll talk tomorrow. Blob is an important discussion tomorrow, we'll do, sir. Tables. Go to storage account. In the storage account, you have table option. So this is not at all for us. It is actually a database person's job. But we as Azure admins will create a table storage and give them. See, I'll show you, sir. Go to tables, plus create a table and just say, for example, my first table. Example, I'm saying. I'll create a table. Done, sir? Completed. Our job is finished. No options, nothing. It's now. KD, what the hell is it then? What is it? So this is a table storage. How people use, if you want to see. Did I talk about Storage Explorer on the day before, right? Storage Explorer. Now I'm opening Storage Explorer in my system. I just want to show you, sir, what is table storage. I want to show you. Okay, it's loading. Yeah, here is my storage account.
Can we access file share from here also?
You can access everything. You can access file share. See, I have file share. You can access file. You can upload files. You can remove files. It's pretty easy. File shares, and you can create. You can see the snapshots of the shares if there are any. I don't have any snapshot right now.
Okay.
So yes, you can access file shares also.
It is like simple as like Windows Explorer for Azure.
It's like a Windows Explorer, like we have, like a Storage Explorer in Azure. It gives you all the options, and you can see beyond. So you can see statistics also. How much is utilization? That wonderful stuff you can verify. Okay, now let's go to tables now, everyone. So leave all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables that exist inbuilt. Don't touch them. Let's talk about the table that I created now. Okay, the table opens on the right hand side. So table is nothing but a database. It's a database in simple words. Let me show you. Click on plus. You can insert. So first two, 1, 1. Okay, partition key 1, row key 1, add property. For example, student number 1, student name. Example 1, and insert. So it's what, sir? It's a record. It's a record. Now, and what time you inserted is also available. Now, one more you want to insert? Okay, 1, 2, 2. Inserts. So you keep inserting records like this if you want. So table storage is nothing but data. You just dump data there. And so you have large number of records. You can do an import from Excel sheet. You can, or CSV file. You can import that large volumes of data also. So technically it's used by database guys if they want to use table storage. And by the way, again, it's my responsibility to inform you. So table storage is a very old concept. It's almost dead now. Microsoft came up with another great option than table storage that is called as Cosmos DB. Azure Cosmos DB. So it's also a product in Azure. I'll quickly show you once if you're interested. So storage account. I have one storage, as you know. I'm opening that storage account. Inside the storage account, you have tables, right? And this is a table that I created. You can't open a table from here, please remember. You can't open the table from here. If you want to open the table, you have to go to Storage Explorer, or one more option is there. in Azure itself, so in the portal called storage browser. Exactly. If you go to storage browser, you can open your table from here. Got it, sir? So Microsoft, in place of this, they gave one more option, sir, called Cosmos DB. Cosmos DB, Azure Cosmos DB. It is an upgraded version. Listen, sir, it's an upgraded version of table is like bacha, nothing before it. So tables nowadays, people are using Cosmos DB more than tables. Got it, sir? Cosmos is also, sorry, sir, Azure table is also like an old option itself. Nothing fancy to be worried about. Any questions? So this is table, that is Q. Q you saw on Friday. This is table. File share. File share is for sharing files. The most important thing for you, for me, for us is blob. So if you are ready, sir, I just want to start blob discussion now itself. Tomorrow we'll go deep into conversations. Today we will talk about blobs. Are we ready? Then
small query for before one. I mean tables. So when any database guy comes, he will ask us to create the tables. We need to create the table here and has to give, right? I mean,
and we'll also tell them one important, because we are Azure admins with some knowledge now. We will tell them that, hey, do you still, I heard that, I know that tables are like outdated. Do you still want to create a table, or you want to go to Cosmos DB? Tell them. Because, by the way, this is not a traditional table like Oracle and SQL Server. Everyone, listen, sir. Databases in the market, right? We have Oracle, we have SQL Server, we have many databases in the market, DB2, Postgres, MySQL, different companies. This is not that type of database, traditional database. This is a NoSQL database. NoSQL database. You don't have to worry about that, but it's not a normal database also. It's a special database. So definitely, Santosh, you will tell them that, hey, this is NoSQL database. Better than this, you have Cosmos DB, right? Why are you coming for this? So you can always mark that questions and say, hey, go for Cosmos DB, man. If the person says, oh, no, Santosh, I'm aware that we have Cosmos DB. We want table only. Then create table and give them.
Yeah.
So, KD, so table concept, I don't care, right? I don't have to worry. So you have to worry. I'll tell you why. So do you see here something?
Takes capacity.
Sorry?
Capacity, hours, primary.
Every blob that you upload, every transactions that you do on the storage, everything is tracked by Microsoft. How many times you're using, how much you are using. That data must be captured, and it's large volumes of data. Agree or not, sir? See, Nitin, you created one blob. I'll talk about blob, but you created one blob, one file. You kept it in the cloud. You are using it multiple times. You're sharing with people also. People are using it. So Microsoft will keep charging you. So Microsoft has to track, right? Nitin kept it when. Nitin is using from when. Who all are accessing Nitin's files? So Microsoft should capture every information. So they store all that information internally. So Microsoft internally captures all your usage information in tables. It's a database. And they'll generate bill based on this. That's why I was telling you, don't touch all of them. So our billing, which Microsoft will be generating on a monthly basis and all, they will capture all the data and keep it in tables. Microsoft internally keeps it in tables, so you don't have to be concerned about. So let me open the capacity blobs just to show you. There is no data because we just now created it, right? The storage account was created a moment ago. There's no usage much. If I have an existing storage account, I could have shown you some. See, look at this. This is another one. There's no data in any of them because just now they have been loaded. So if you start using it more and more, you will find all the data. Any questions, sir? So KD, table storage makes sense for us. Yes, it makes sense for us. How do we use table storage? We don't use, sir. Microsoft uses table storage internally for capturing all the information about the storage that you created. And it tracks it inside it. Any questions? Okay, then time to move on, sir. Let's move on. Done. So table storage for a DBA or a database administrator or for some database guy, it's important. I'm not saying no, but for us also it's important because all our stats, how many times you're using, how many times you're touching a storage, all that information is available in tables, Azure tables. Okay, done, completed. Now let's hit into the blobs once. And so I have some slides to show you. First of all, foremost and important thing in blobs is very, very, very important thing in blob is this one. Sorry. Very, very important thing in blob is this one. What? Blob file queue table, right? File has a different purpose. Queue has a different purpose. Table has a different purpose. Of course, we are also taking help of tables to store our stats, real stats. Blob is something which is special compared to all others. So people store, one second. Yeah. So now blob storage says that a blob is one service, right? People use blob storage for storing. Can you see on the right side, please? They use blobs for storing mainly documents, media files, like what we did now with file share. Your choice. And then you can use it for doing application installers, software installers. So your choice, or you want to put a photo, video, documents, anything. It's your choice. Okay, and the very, very important thing, blobs are of three types. Blobs. So files, there are no types. Queues, there are no types. Tables, there are no types. But blobs have three types. Block blobs.
Page blobs.
Page blobs.
Append.
And third one is append blob. Okay, so normally people store photos, documents, media files, anything, sir, anything that they want in a blob. Like we use OneDrive, we use Google Drive, like 100% same thing, sir. That's a blob storage. What is that? Apple Cloud or whatever. So different products you have, right? So on the market already, same thing. Three types of blob storages are there: block blob, page blob, append blob. First, let's talk about, first of all, when you create a blob, what happens? So first of all, storage account. You have to create a storage account. Inside a storage account, one container will be created, must be created. You have to create a container. Container is a must. After creating container, then you have to upload a blob. And the blobs are of different types, right? Block, page, append. Depending on what type of blob it is, it will be broken into pieces. I'll talk more about this in a few minutes. Tomorrow in detail though. Let me show that picture once. Let's go to storage account, which I already have created just now. There you go. So now in this, you're going to create what? So file, queues, tables done. All done in the sense, at least at a fundamental level, we know what it is. Now, can I go to containers?
Yes.
So you have to create containers. So why are you creating containers?
Blocks comes on container.
So that you can create a block blob, or you can create a page blob, or you can create an append blob. So whichever blob you want, you can just create. So first go and create one container. Container is the first thing you need to create. Container, and give it a name. So what we will do here, tell me, images. We'll store some images here. So I'm creating one container called images. I am also creating one container called videos. I am creating containers called maybe backups. So your choice, what or docs, documents. So you decide, sir, what type of containers you want to create. So each container stores that type of objects, right? So I'll go to images first. And now you can upload a file. So 1 minute, go back to the PowerPoint once. So storage account is ready. Inside that container is ready. Now inside the container, you'll upload a file. So which I am doing. So image, photo. So upload, browse. Let me pick some pictures. Still have this picture. Okay, let me upload this. Done. I'm uploading this picture. Now, so leave advanced options. Don't go to advanced options. Can I upload this now? Yes, you can upload a picture. It's a block blob. But KD, how do you know it's a block blob? If you go to advanced, if you select sir, block blob, page blob, append blob. So you have to decide which blob it is. So block blob I have chosen. Can I pick page blob? Yes, I have picked page blob. But did you notice one error message? I will talk about this tomorrow, sir. So not everything can be a page blob. Page blob has got a separate scenario. You can't just dump everything into a page blob. Definitely not. So first let's talk about block blob. Block blob are nothing but the photos, the videos, the documents, whatever you have. So answer, every block blob, for example, block size is how much?
4 MB.
4 MB. One block size. So one block blob, for example, I'm uploading a JPG file. Internally, it will be broken into blocks. So imagine just an example. My photo size is 100 MB. Okay. What was the block size you saw just now when I was uploading? 4 MB. So my 100 MB block will be broken. 100 MB picture will be stored in the Azure hard disks, Microsoft's hard disks as 4 MB block, 4 MB block, 4 MB block, 25 blocks because it is 100 MB. So one file will be split into 25 blocks in this scenario. So I imagine this is a 8 MB block then, 8 MB photo, two blocks, 4 MB block, 4 MB block. So like that, block is nothing but minimum unit of the picture. So our picture is split into blocks and stored in the hard disks. So if I'm uploading, see now, this picture is the picture that you're uploading now is, I'm sure, in very small in size. So what I will do, we have options. The smallest is 64 KB, smallest, and then you have 128 KB, then 512 KB, then 1 MB, 2 MB, 4 MB, 100 MB. Now, one small condition here. When you're uploading a photo in Azure, right, sir? When you're uploading a photo in Azure, okay, when you're uploading a photo in Azure or document or video, anything, keep one thing in mind. One blob that you upload can have 50,000 blocks. That's it. Block blob which you're uploading can have 50,000 maximum blocks. That's a limit. So let's do a small calculation. So if you're okay with it, I'm picking what block size now? 64 KB. So open calculator. 64 KB, kilobytes into maximum blocks are how many, sir? Azure restriction? 50,000. So if you do a 50,000, so that is in KB, kilobytes, divided by 1024, that becomes MB. Divided by 1024 becomes GB. So the maximum file I can upload cannot cross 3 GB. Because I picked what block size, sir? 64 block size. Okay. Now, whereas if I just do a 128 block size, then again, same formula, 128 into 50,000 blocks. Yes. 50,000 blocks, whatever, divided by 1024, divided by 1024. 6 GB. So depending on the block size you are picking, sir, your file size also will be varying accordingly. Sir, let's do a 4 MB block, right? Default is how much? 4 MB. Without you doing anything, sir, default is 4 MB. 4 into 50,000. And by the way, this is not in KB, and this is in MB. So divided by 1024, 195 GB. So our block size, if you have selecting 4 MB block size, sir, 4 MB block size, 195 GB. And interview questions are normally, assuming your block size is 100.
It will be 1 TB.
block size is 100 into 50,000,
50,000.
whatever number, divided by 1024. This is in GB, sir, divided by 1024. So 4.7 TB. So if you select 100 MB block size, the maximum maximum size of a blob is 4.7 TB. So in the slide, in the PowerPoint slide, it is there. I will show that actually tomorrow. Can you see? Size limit for blob is 4.7 TB. Assuming what, sir?
Selecting 100 MB.
Assuming 100 MB blocks. If you're selecting 100 MB blocks, then definitely it is 4.7 TB. So max file you can upload in Azure as a blob, as a file. By the way, sir, I'm so sorry, I did not tell you this. Blob is nothing but binary large object. BLOB, binary, LOB, large object. So any photo, any document, anything you're uploading is called as a blob. Yeah. So blobs, it's a blob. Clear? So we'll talk tomorrow more about this, but just was giving an intro today. So storage account, container is compulsory. Inside a container, you can upload the photos, videos, documents, whatever you want. And then sir, the every picture, every photo, every document, every PDF, every backup or anything that you are uploading there internally is broken into blocks, sir. If you are uploading as a blob. Blob limitation starting with as low as 64 KB. The highest it can go is 100 MB. So maximum size of a blob in Azure you can upload is 4.7 terabytes. That's because 100 MB block size into 50,000 block limit. So 50,000 blocks per blob. 50,000 maximum blocks per blob. This is a condition in Azure. Earlier it was a little less, but later on they changed it. So it's 50,000 currently.
So KD, you're telling 50,000 means like in the scenario like in the PPT picture 01.jpg that is for maximum 50,000 for that one picture.
Like 1-2 blocks are there, right?
Yeah.
So this will have max 50,000 blocks.
50,000. Okay. One file cannot go more than 50,000.
One file cannot go more than 50,000. And the same way, the second file can have another 50,000 blocks.
Okay.
So actually, why this concept is, right? Maybe tomorrow I can talk in detail. So this is a very small file I'm uploading, right? Just let me show you, sir. Let me upload a big one. Maybe C:. I have a video. 1 second. Or let me go to videos. So sir, just bear with me. I'll go to videos. Let me upload a small video or a big video, whatever is available. Just a minute, sir.
We can upload our class.
I'm uploading that now. If you can see, this is something bigger, no doubt. Now look at this. I'm picking a 100 MB block size, for example. So when you upload, right, when uploading, what it will do, first it will fill the 1 MB block, sir, 100 MB block. Look at this. It's 0 bytes now, right? 700, 752. So how many blocks will be there for this? 8 blocks.
8 blocks.
Observe, sir. Just keep observing. I should have selected 4. I'm so sorry, but it's okay. So first it will fill the 100 MB block in Azure. So if whatever you're uploading goes to hard disk in Azure, some Microsoft data center, 8 blocks are allocated for us. Block 1 will be filled. Then it fills the second block, sir. Then the third, then the fourth. That's how it continues. If you can watch for a second, you will see that, sir. 100 MB filled, then it starts. Yeah, look at that, sir. Now 100 MB filled, it's filling the next 100 MB. It's copying your file content and uploading this way. So this is how it does. That's why block system is introduced. 4 MB, 4, 8. That's how it will grow. So 8 blocks, this one.
For each file or other video, maximum limit is 4.7 TB, right?
Correct.
So
because of 50,000 block limit.
No.
1 minute. It's okay. It's okay. Don't stop it. So 4.7 TB is not the limit. Depends on what block you are selecting. If I select 4 MB block, 97 GB is the limit.
Oh, that's fine. I mean,
right?
just I'm telling. Yeah. For 100 MB, it should be the 4.7.
For 100 MB, it is
So,
4.7 TB.
Suppose if I select the second one, again 4.7 TB. If I choose the 100 TB.
Correct.
So
And the second file.
yeah. So how much is the limit?
5
For each
petabytes. One storage
petabyte,
account
okay.
has 5 PB limit, right? So
Okay. Yeah. I got it.
so 1 minute. So let's do 11. I didn't check it ever. 5 into 1024. So that is this is in TB. So 4.7 TB you said, right? Divided by 4.7, for example, 1089 files will fit there. It's okay. It's okay. So 1000 files approx 1085 files will fit there.
So when we cross 4.7, like, is it required to create one more block? I mean, blob. See, if I have a 6 GB of data, if I wanted to do that, so I think we need to do two blocks, huh? I mean,
Yes.
yeah, the 6 GB data is there, like one video is there with 6 GB.
6 GB. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So in that case, sorry, 6 TB I'm talking
6
about.
TB. And then you need to break the file into pieces. That's the only option. See, for example, Santosh, normally what SQL DBS do, right? Nowadays they are doing it, sir. All the SQL DBS are keeping backups in. So by the way, I'll talk about that scenario also. You'll be seeing it. All SQL DBS will keep the backups in nowadays. They're aggressively doing it. Azure storage account. So now when they're uploading backups there, sometimes the backup size can be, database size can be 10 TB also. Okay, so what they have to do is break the backup into pieces and upload. The same way, sir, if your file is too big, more than 4.7 TB, find a way to break it first, upload it, and use it later.
Yeah.
Normally, people don't do like that, but that's 4.7 is a restriction. We can't do anything. So if you don't like that 4.7 restriction, there's one more option, page blob, which has 8 TB restriction. Use page blobs. But what are page blobs used for? We'll talk tomorrow. But for today, only block blob also is not complete, sir. I'm just explaining at a fundamental level. So look at this one. Image is broken into blocks, correct? That's all, sir. I think. And by the way, all blocks will be of same size, right? By default, yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So this file is also still under 5 blocks uploaded. 3 more blocks are pending. I'll cancel it. So any questions anybody have finally, at least to the context that we discussed today? So knowing each and every storage aspect is important. So we never know what will help us in office, who will come and ask us what. So we have to provision all this. It's our job to provision. So in your office environment, in your servers, there's a separate storage team, Windows team, network team. Here, it's all us. Remember, we are the Windows guys. We are the storage guys. We are the network. Everything is under our control, Azure administration. So we have to do everything. Sometimes we do manually through graphical. Sometimes we do through commands that we are shortly talking there. But this is what we do.
So Deepak, usually data centers we will call LUNs and all, right? So here, okay, replaced with blobs. System
you can say something like that because logical unit number is there in the physical SAN. In Microsoft, they don't want to give customers all that and confuse them. So technically, you're right, sir. LUN numbers will be there. It will be down there, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, even for the Linux is also same, right? Like once the storage team is attached to those devices, we will scan it in Linux machines. Then after that, we will add those disks. The same way here.
Here, the only thing is, sir, like we do everything end to end. So that's the only, because in Azure virtual machine, Linux virtual machine is ours only. Storage is also in our control. We add the storage, we add to the machine, we build everything. Somebody is asking for a blob. They want to upload a blob. We have to create a storage account for them, then create a container and give it to them. So point is that we'll be doing a storage job also. We'll be doing a Windows job also, kind of network job also. So it's like combined of all. That's our job. So in Azure, anything that they demand, that they ask, we have to provision and give them. Okay. That is why our role becomes little very bit complicated. So because all concepts have to be understood. That's right.
Yeah, KD. So
And so wait, so now Active Directory concept is also coming up shortly, which is again purely a domain concept, which we don't do it. But again, it's easy to learn. Trust me. All these things, again, we are not doing at a deep level, right? Because Microsoft has the control. So you can create a storage account. You're provisioning. You are not controlling the concepts. So performance improvements and all that we can do. But the point is, infra-wise, you don't need to worry. How to do is what we need to know. That's all. So we are not core Windows administrator, core Unix administrator, core storage administrator, core network administrator. No, we are combo of all handling cloud systems. That's it. We'll talk, sir. Tomorrow we'll continue this conversation. Done?
Okay, this
Will you
was
sign off for today? Hey, upload is done. Just one video I have to upload, so I'll finish it and then you can watch it through. All videos are uploaded. Just one video I'm uploading now after the class.
okay. The one question, last question.
Yes, please.
So
And one more thing, sir. I'm so sorry, I'll forget this. I wanted to give you a lab update, right? Tomorrow morning, I'll give you the lab update. Yes, Santosh.
yeah, so when we are selecting, right, 4 or 5, 8 blocks. So is there any like when we're going for 4 or we are going for 8, right? So any advantage when we are going more blocks?
Well said, sir. Nice, excellent question. Can we talk about this tomorrow? Because
Yeah.
it's a performance question, especially. So what you're saying is, shall I pick smaller blocks or shall I pick bigger blocks? And if I pick bigger blocks, what's the advantage that I'm going to get? Shall I pick smaller blocks? What's the advantage I'm going to get? So if that is a question, excellent question. We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you.
When to pick what? Okay, done. Venkat, now you can go back. Yeah, you're being already troubled a lot. Okay, everyone, thank you. So
No,
talk to
I
you
think
tomorrow morning.
today is Monday, right? So they are doing some puja, so that's why.
Oh, so I am okay. So let me explain. I cannot normally I'm not so extremely devotional, but today I have to because today is last week of Kartik Mas, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
So I am also fasting today. And I don't know how I'll sustain, but I'll have to wait and watch because my diet is a routine. I think you guys know a little. So managing with water today till evening. Done. But all the best, Venkat. My wife is doing the same thing, puja around. So
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so everyone,
Puppy,
talk to you tomorrow
please,
morning.
puppy.
What was that? Are you
Nickname.
muted, Venkat?
Yeah, nickname. Puppy go.
Okay then. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, KD.